freshman year at the university, and like many others, I was excited to embark on this new chapter of my life. As an out-of-state student, I decided to live on campus to fully immerse myself in the college experience. Little did I know that my decision would lead me to an unforgettable encounter with the supernatural. I moved into Willowbrook House, an old Victorian-style building that had been converted into a dormitory. The moment I stepped inside, I sensed a peculiar atmosphere, a mix of history and mystery that sent shivers down my spine. However, I brushed it off, thinking my nerves were just a result of being away from home for the first time. The first few weeks were uneventful, filled with the typical college rituals of making new friends, attending parties, and trying to keep up with my studies. Yet it didn't take long for strange occurrences to unsettle my otherwise exciting journey. Late one night, as I was studying alone in my room, I heard soft whispers coming from the hallway. Thinking it was a group of students passing by, I opened my door to greet them, but to my surprise, no one was there. The whispering continued, sounding like multiple voices speaking in hushed tones. The hair on the back of my neck stood on end, and I quickly shut my door, trying to rationalize the experience as mere drafts or my imagination. As the weeks went on, the strange happenings intensified. I woke up several times in the middle of the night to the sound of faint footsteps and the feeling of being watched. Shadows seemed to move on their own, and sometimes I caught glimpses of fleeting figures in the corner of my eye, but when I turned to look directly, they vanished into thin air. One evening, while studying with my roommate, Sarah, she confided in me with an anxious expression. "Have you noticed anything strange in this dorm?" she asked cautiously. I hesitated before nodding, explaining the eerie occurrences I had been experiencing. Relief washed over her face as she confessed that she had been sensing a presence as well. We both agreed to keep an eye out for any more strange events and decided to research the history of Willowbrook House. During our investigation, we discovered that the building had a grim past. It was originally an old mansion owned by a wealthy family in the early 1900s. Tragedy struck the family when their youngest daughter mysteriously vanished without a trace. The family searched the house, the town, and even hired private investigators, but no one ever found her. The grief-stricken family eventually moved away, and the mansion was converted into a dormitory. As we delved deeper into the story, Sarah and I began to believe that the presence we felt was that of the missing girl. Her restless spirit seemed to wander the halls, searching for answers or seeking solace in the world of the living. Determined to help her find peace, we sought guidance from a local paranormal investigator who had dealt with similar cases in the past. With his help, we conducted a series of EVP, electronic voice phenomenon sessions, and attempted to communicate with the spirit. The results were chilling. We captured faint whispers and distant cries for help, seemingly coming from the other side. As we played back the recordings, the room filled with an unsettling aura, as if the girl's spirit was trying to communicate with us. But as we ventured deeper into the investigation, the paranormal activity within the dorm escalated. Objects moved on their own, doors slammed shut without explanation, and the whispers turned into anguished cries that echoed through the halls at night. Despite the escalating events, we persisted in our efforts to help the lost spirit. We gathered a group of friends and set up a seance in the heart of Willowbrook House. The atmosphere grew heavy, and we could feel an undeniable presence in the room. As we called out to the spirit, seeking to provide closure, the air seemed to crackle with energy. Suddenly the lights flickered and a cold breeze swept through the room. The room fell into darkness, and we heard a soft voice, almost like a distant echo, thanking us for trying to find her. In that moment, the unsettling occurrences ceased, and a sense of peace enveloped Willowbrook House. It seemed that the spirit had found the solace she had been seeking for so many years. The experience left an indelible mark on my college journey, shaping my belief in the existence of the supernatural. Willowbrook House became a place of both fear and compassion, reminding me that the veil between the living and the departed is sometimes thinner than we realize. To this day, I wonder if the spirit of the young girl has finally found her way home, and I cannot help but remember that some mysteries are meant to be left unsolved, forever entwined with the enigmatic tapestry of our lives.